So how can you know if your land is good to build pyramids? So I made this list with 4 important points to consider before building a pyramid village. The first point would be the size and shape of the land. You want the land to be big enough so you can build at least 5 pyramids. And you want the shape, you want to consider the shape in order to design the village. But this one goes also if you want to build a pyramid in your backyard. You have to consider the size of your backyard and the shape, and to see if the pyramid will fit there aligned to the magnetic north. So we check here, and then the next point would be the type of ground. The type of ground is important if you want to do some farming, obviously, but you want to know also if it's gravel or sand, or what type of rocks it is, or if it's a mix of gravel and sand. This is to build the base of the pyramids. It's important to know the type of ground so we know how to design the base for the pyramid. So we check this. The next one is nearby hills. Nearby hills, the real problem will be if they are made of, if they contain big amount of iron. It will affect how to align the pyramid. For example, like the pyramid, it has to be aligned to the magnetic north. That's why we use a compass. The needle of the compass, it will always point to the magnetic north. So if you have a mountain of a hill that contains a big amount of iron, it will pull the needle of the compass, giving you a wrong reading. Meaning that if you have a pyramid, you will align it to the magnetic north, but this magnetic north, it will be affected because there is an iron mountain or hill in this area. So you want to avoid that. If you have the mountain that is not made of iron, the needle of your compass will be aligned to the magnetic north, and you can align your pyramid properly. So be aware of iron. Okay. Now, let's go back here. So we check nearby hills. And maybe the most important will be the location of the land on the planet. For this, we're going to talk about magnetic lines on the planet. So the ones that you see thicker or darker, they are called isogona 0. And there are only 2 in the planet. And they never move, or they move very little every few thousand years. So they don't really move. They are called isogona 0. There are only 2, is the Pan American isogona 0 and the Euroasiatic isogona 0. Then the other ones, they are called isogonas. That's it. And those isogonas, they have hundreds of kilometers thick. They are very, very, very thick. And they move. They go back and forward, close and far from the isogona 0. So they move constantly. And there is a third one. They are called agonas. Agonas are points on the planet where the magnetic north coincides with the geographic north. So a compass and a GPS will give you the same reading. It's because you are right on top of an agona. So knowing this, we bring back my compass. And let's see. Imagine that you're going to build a pyramid here. So your compass will be aligned to that magnetic north, to that magnetic line, which is magnetic north. Then you bring your pyramid and you align it to your compass, which is the magnetic north. But what happens if you live here, for example? The farther you go from the isogona 0, the less stable will be the magnetic field. I mean, it will get your compass to move left and right, no? West and east. So let's say you align it here. Let's say you align it to this one. Here's Spain. So you will align your house or your pyramid like that. But maybe in a few months, this will change. So you have to be able to move your pyramid too. It could be a few months or a few years. It depends how far you are. But maybe it's gonna go back. So you have to be able to bring it back. That's when it comes the rotation base. It's a base with a pivot that Pyramid Casa builds. So you are able to rotate your pyramid. Depending where you are is how much it's gonna rotate. On the other hand, if you are very close to the Zona Zero, or if you are not that far, where this moves just a couple of degrees every month or years, and the pyramid is big enough, it won't be really affected by it. It will have to be a lot more out of alignment to affect the effect of the pyramid. Let's check this out. Location on the planet. And in another video, we talk about the construction of the pyramid. For now, if you want to know more about pyramids, go to vitalpyramid.com. In the top menu, you will find health benefits, treated diseases, our pyramids. If you scroll all the way down, you have a more important information that you want to know about pyramids. And yeah, if you have any question, comment, or observation, go to Vital Pyramid Network at Telegram. Thank you.